Pull up to the old fast food joint in my shitty old truck. The fan blasting hot desert air. I look around the sun-baked parking lot, but I don't see Chase's car yet. Taking on my phone, I check the time, scan through my messages. He told me he got out for lunch 15 minutes ago, but it's 20 minutes later now. There's a little bang of worry, mostly because I know how shitty a driver Chase is, but he's usually late, so I quash that. I give my pits a quick check. Driving around with the broken AC is fucking torture. In this weather. But the antiperspirant seems to be holding up alright. After giving them a quick sniff, I recline and put my paws behind my head to air them out. And maybe catch a quick nap. Sure, it's a pain in the ass having to come down here when I'm this tired. Dad's working me to the goddamn bone, and the restaurant is on the opposite side of Peyton. But seeing Chase makes it worth it. It isn't often that we get to have lunch together. The lunch hour, being as short as it is, only gives us about 20 minutes to really talk. I'm starting to doze off when I hear a knock on my window. I give a little start and open my eyes, squinting against the desert sun reflecting off a car bumper in front of me. Oh shit, we actually get to see him. Would you look at him? There he is. The Chunt. Looking to my left, Chase's adorable otter face greets me through the window, grinning. All the bad mood I had earlier evaporates away, as if it were water under this fucking sun. And Chase steps back as soon as I open the door. Hey, babe. I step out and pull him into a hug. Hey. He says it against my chest, rubbing his nose in like he always does. I run my paws around his back. Man, that swim team is really slimming you down. I pinch his sides appreciatively. He wiggles under my fingers and returns the favor to my own waist. And you're getting squishy. Hey. I pretend to be offended, giving him a mock growl, letting it vibrate from my chest into his nose. Wouldn't be that way if you didn't keep picking fat factories like this. No more football doesn't help either. I like it. I'm actually really proud of him right now. He used to be so worried about people seeing us like this, but now he's hugging me like no one's around. I decide to go a bit further and give him a quick lick on one of those stubby cute ears. And he gives me a little shiver and laughs. Stop! Let's go inside. It's too hot out here. As he turns away from me, he lets his thick tail push up against my crotch, making down there a little tight. It actually hurts more than it feels good. He really doesn't get how strong that thing is, but it gets me going anyway. Oh, I love this diner. I have been here before, and I am a basic-ass bitch who would eat a patty melt and have a milkshake in this diner. Oh my god. After we put in our orders and get our drinks, we both stare down at a greasy table, Chase swiping an old fry off his booth. You know, I would go to a different restaurant if we had time and I had the money. It's fine, as long as we're not doing it every day. I stretch my back, purposefully puffing my chest out so my already tight shirt hugs my body even tighter. He is not lost on Chase as he gazes at the chest rough poking out through my shirt, and I'm satisfied as I see a longing look come across his face. That's not fair, Leo. I've got another 3 hours of school. Just showing you what's waiting for you at home. He rolls his eyes before pulling out his phone. Hey, no texting. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? He doesn't put it away. Well, I toy with the straw in my cup. Is now a good time to bring it up? I always get annoyed when I see people making a scene in restaurants. Like it's the perfect place to tell someone it's over or that they're gay. But Chase seems to be in a good mood. It's probably as good a time as any. Have you decided what you're gonna do after school? Chase finally puts his phone down on the table and closes his eyes, sighing. And that makes me nervous. Don't worry about it right now, Leo. I've still got a few months to decide. Fuck, how can he not worry when all that's gonna do is make me worry? The way he says it, it sounds like he's already made a decision. I open my muzzle again, but he stands up, straightening his shirt as he does. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I grunt, and he heads off towards the back of the restaurant while I slump in my seat. The idea of Chase leaving is fucking terrifying. We've been this way for the past 2.5 years, and the way he's treating this decision like it's just a fucking annoyance makes me all the more frustrated. I feel like this relationship has only really come into its own over the past year. Mostly because Chase has turned 18 and we don't have to worry about that stupid shit anymore. His phone buzzes a few times and I look at it out of habit. Then it really starts buzzing and I realize someone's calling him. Incoming call. Jared. A face that I don't recognize pops up on the screen. It's a wolf of some kind. A gray wolf, I think. I think he's ridiculously handsome. Model handsome, actually. I furrow my brows, but then look back behind me at the bathroom, but Chase isn't there. Fuck it, I could just say that I was picking it up for him anyway. I grab the phone and stab the green pickup symbol before holding it up to my ear. Since Chase has the stubby little muzzle thing going for him, his phone doesn't pull out like mine, so I have to try and direct my voice to the side of my mouth. Who's this? I curse silently as I realize that if I wanted the guy to talk, that probably wasn't the best way to do it. And sure enough, I hear a click as he hangs up. I feel my heart beating fast. As I pull the phone down from my ear, I stare at the screen for a while and barely realize it goes black. There's no way he would do this. Would he? I slide my finger around the blank screen for a while, then turn it back on as I navigate through the texts. Sure enough, there's a thread under the name Jared with over 1,000 texts. My throat's dry as I tap on it and look at the most recent messages. 11:52. Hey boy, where you at? 11:55. I miss you. 12:02. Calling now. Less than 3. Hey! I whip my head up and see Chase staring down at me, an exasperated grin on his muzzle. I almost lower my ears in shame at being caught, but I catch myself before I do. He's the one who has some explaining to do. Who the fuck is this? I shoved the phone in his face, realizing that I've lost my chance at approaching this delicately. I also noticed a few heads turning away that I've suddenly become the guy I didn't want to be. Chase takes his phone and quickly sits down, his eyes wide as he makes a shushing shape with his mouth. That only pisses me off more, but at the same time I feel something really sharp and painful in my chest. Is this really happening? So you are leaving? Running off to fuck some other wolf? Now people are really staring at me, and Chase winces, and he ducks his head lower to the table. It's a joke, Leo. Calm down. A joke? I don't understand what that means exactly, but I'm starting to. I don't say anything, so Chase keeps going. Jenna, we were just trying to have some fun. I was starting to realize this probably wasn't the best time, but Jenna. That explains it, but the anger and betrayal I'm feeling doesn't go away like it should. Now, I'm livid. So you're playing this stupid game of keeping me guessing whether or not you're gonna ditch me next year, and then you pull this shit? I raise my voice for the last part, and there's a noticeable lull in the conversations all around us. A few people glance at us, then look away, but I can tell all their ears are pointed in our direction. Outside, Leo. He says it like he's talking to a toddler, then stands up and goes straight for the door. I'm pissed off even more, the way he's treating me like a little kid. I deserve it, I know, but I can't help it. I follow him out into the hot air, again trying to ignore the heads turning as I walk by. What the hell is wrong with you? He whirls on me, I'm shocked. He looks almost as angry as I am. Fuck you, Chase. And fuck you, Jenna. Both of you. Fuck you. Breaking character. What the fuck? That's not a fucking prank. A prank is meant to bewilder or confuse. A prank that hurts someone like this is not a prank. It's not a practical joke. It's not a social experiment. This is hurtful. Infidelity ruins lives, ruins families. I should fucking know. I had to watch my mom and my stepdad fucking scream at each other. Fucking scream. Throw shit. Knock shit over. Break shit. All the fucking time. Because his bitch ass couldn't reach inside his mangina, pull his balls out, be a fucking man for 3 seconds and say, I want to leave you. No, he had to go and cheat. Infidelity is not a fucking joke. If you enter a monogamous relationship and you cheat, you are fucking scum. And here's the important part that I need anybody who cheats to know. If they will cheat to be with you, they will cheat on you. Don't think you're special, because you're not. Me, I told Jenna that there was no way in hell you'd fall for this since you already know how I feel about you. Don't you fucking dare, Chase. Do not flip this around on Leo. If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's a fucking duck. Fuck you. You don't get to play this game. You don't get to spin this around and be like, you should have trusted me. This was planned. You knew exactly how to make it look believable. And you did it. And now you're suddenly surprised that Leo is pissed? Go fuck yourself. I'm not the one that should be fucking offended that you think that. That's not fair. You wanted a reaction from me, and you got one now. Happy? I fold my arms and glare at him. Chase folds his arms too and slumps against the wall, looking away from me. He's sad, and that fucking hurts. I was looking forward to this all day. And he probably was too. It's almost enough to make me take everything back. Almost. Then Jenna shows up, her light blonde fur almost making her hard to look at as she lights up under the sun. She comes running over from the parking lot to hop onto the sidewalk, standing next to Chase. I should have known how strange it was that Chase would park so far away from me. She'd been sitting in there this whole time, probably watching us through the window. What's wrong, Leo? The glee in her voice brings it all back, and I realize who I'm really mad at. She probably pushed him into the whole thing. This was your idea? I reach out and grab the phone from Chase's paw and hold it out to her. She's still grinning, though. Though the initial happiness morphs into more condescending look that makes me grit my teeth. It's a prank, Leo. Making me think I just lost my honor is a prank? If this is a fucking joke, then you need to learn how to make one first. Why don't you learn how to take one? How was I supposed to take that? Just laugh and shrug and say, oh, well, fuck. Well, fuck, so much for that. Is that what you expected? I throw my arms out in big, exaggerated shrug. Jenna frowns and lowers her ears. Actually, we just thought you wouldn't fall for it at all. At least not this hard. I mean, come on, I cropped that from the cover of some teen magazine. It was my number, too, if you didn't notice. She continues to frown at me. Why are they making this Leo's fault? Look, I'm just gonna say it. This is the same type of shit. This is the same type of blame games and shit that I hear about on my little, like, drama stories that I listen to. Where, like, the girlfriend has a baby and it is definitely not the father's ethnicity. Or some mix of the father and the mother's ethnicity. And then it's, why don't you trust me? Or it's like when the guy is staying late all the time, but then suddenly the wife finds fucking receipts to hotels and cocktail hour. And when she confronts the husband on it, it's like, why don't you trust me? If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, shakes its tail feathers like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's not a fucking pigeon, it's a goddamn duck. You two little shits do not get to flip this around on Leo. You do not get to flip this around on Leo. Chase is still looking away from us, and I feel like the big asshole that's ruined everyone's fun. It just wasn't a good time, right? No. No. Why the fuck is she doing this right now? I just wanted to talk to Chase alone. I look back into the restaurant, and a server behind the counter is looking at us. A tray of food in her paws. Some of the patrons are staring too. Like I give a fuck. What the hell are you doing here anyway? Semester ended last week. So you're staying at home for the summer? I give her a confused look. Of course not. I'm staying with Emily. I take a deep breath and close my eyes. I'd honestly be happy to hear Jenna was gonna be around for the summer if she hadn't introduced herself in such a fucked up way. I hear her give a heavy sigh, and I open my eyes to see her rubbing her head, like I'm just the biggest disappointment. You need to calm down, Leo. You fucking bitch. You just socked a dude in the stomach and asked, "Oh, why are you mad?" You should really calm down. Oh, what is this music? Oh, Jesus. How can we ever have fun if you're exploding all the time? This is a quick meta thing, but I actually upped the text speed to be near instant, but with still obvious, like, crawl where it appears on the screen. So I wouldn't have to wait for the text to show up. That was not my text speed. I grit my teeth again, and I have to work not to snarl. Telling me to calm down is the worst thing you can do right now. I'm tired, I'm hot, and I just wanted to have lunch with Chase. I glance at the phone and see it's already 20 past the hour, which means Chase has to leave now. I squeeze the phone hard in my paw, but Jenna doesn't seem to notice. You're overreacting. I feel something snap inside. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I fucking see that. What the fuck is that? I feel something snap inside, and rather than chuck the phone in Jenna's direction, I spin and start to throw it down on the sidewalk. I realize at the last second that it's Chase's phone that I'm throwing, and I try to grab it back at the same time that I throw it. I only succeed in clipping a corner, which sends it into a flip before it hits the concrete. The crunch sound, along with the sparkling spray of glass, tells us all that I just smashed the phone to hell. I winced. I flattened my ears. I stare at the little black square for a while, feeling both of their eyes on the back of my head. Que mierda fue eso? I curse myself, though I've said it enough times before that I know Chase recognizes the phrase. Slowly I turn around, my face flushing as I try to meet eyes with him. Otter, I'm sorry, I'll buy you. I'm going to Pueblo, Leo. Double fuck you, Chase. Double fuck you, triple fuck you, Chase. That was a decision you had already made. This is a decision that you had already fucking made. And then you decide that this is an appropriate prank to pull. And now you stand there and act like you have the right to be mad. And then later, years later, you bring it up. Yes, Leo has a temper. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to act like that's okay. Leo has his own problems, so we're talking about you right now. You bring this up years later, like it's some, like, gotcha in a conversation. If you have a knife and you walk towards somebody, they think you're gonna stab them. If that person's in a fucking corner, they're going to do whatever they can to get away.
if you put someone in a position that they do not want to fucking be in, that they have to defend themselves, they have to do anything they can to get out of that position, they're going to do what they have to. And if you take somebody who's already got anger issues, and if you take somebody who's already got these sorts of issues built up inside of them, and you decide that the best course of action for you to do is to push and push and poke and poke and poke, you lose all right to be surprised, to be upset, to be mad, to be anything other than accepting of the fact that you finally made them fucking explode. Fuck you, you stupid chunt. He's looking at me now, and his hazel eyes feel like they're piercing right through me. I stare at him for a second as if I don't understand, but I feel my stomach sink even as I speak. What? He's sucking in his cheeks to stop himself from frowning, the way he does when he's trying not to cry. Jenna's silent and looking away, but my gut tells me she already know this. And that starts to bring back some of the anger. What the hell are you talking about? I said I'm going to Pueblo in August. I got accepted in January. I don't know what to say. I feel like I've been punched in the stomach, and I can't get air back to make words. I say all I can manage. Chase. He turns away from me. I gotta go back. I'm already gonna be late. Jenna looks over at me and I finally see some remorse on her face before she jogs to catch up with Chase. I hear her start to apologize. Shut the fuck up. Jenna's just a fucking mean girl that wasn't part of the popular crowd. You stupid cunt. Fuck you. I can't wait to hear what kind of fucking shitty home life you have that made you... I cannot wait to hear what kind of a shitty home life you had that makes you think this was okay. That makes you think doing everything you can, Jenna, to rile Leo the fuck up, especially over Chase? Like the scene where they're having the race in the parking lot about like, oh, I'd be better at carrying Chase in a zombie apocalypse. You should choose me. Oh, I'm gonna win this giant prize for Chase. Oh, look, Chase. Who are you? Other than a mean girl. That's really all you are. God, and I thought gainfully employed riled me up. This is something else. I watched him go, desperately wanted to run up and pull him into my arms and tell him I'm sorry, but I know that'll probably make things worse. He likes to be left alone when he's pissed like this, but after dropping that bomb, I want to talk to him right now. No, we'll figure this out. I'll just talk to him once school lets out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just a few more hours. I watch them pull out of the parking lot and I wish he'd look at me as they drive past, but he doesn't. Neither does Jenna. I hesitate, then pick up Chase's phone because he's gonna need to recover some shit from it when I buy him a new one. Then I hop in my truck. I sit there for a few seconds, not sure what to do. I feel sick and angry and tired all at the same time. A lot of this is my fault. I punch the steering wheel. And that feels good, so I do it again, but then I realize people are still staring at me through the windows. I flip them off before I put the truck in gear. Is this why Chase is leaving me? Because I can't control my fucking temper sometimes? No, not leaving me.
just working things out. As I'm driving down the road and the churning feeling in my gut finally gets me, and I pull my phone out, looking up now and then to correct my steering. I type what I hope is a heartfelt apology. In the middle of it, I remember that his phone is sitting in my cup holder, fucking broken. I finally let out the snarl I've been holding back and throw my phone into the passenger seat, accidentally swerving, setting off a few honks. I grip the steering wheel with both my paws, blinking furiously as the road starts to blur. No, I'm not gonna cry. This'll work out fine. We just need to talk. We always do. And even if he does leave, we'll work something out. I'm not gonna fuck this up. I'm not gonna lose my temper ever again. I'm not gonna lose him. Alrighty, welcome back to the Dog Bowl Food Truck. This last episode, we had a very cute scene where Chase and Leo were at the football field and had some more emotional talks, and there's been a lot of that going around these last few episodes, but then again, all part of the same recording session, so it's bound to happen. And then we had talks about how to handle a backyard barbecue etiquette, you know. You know, the one person handles the hot dogs, the other handles the hamburger buns. You know, you got to get everything ready. And we're just after that moment. I listen as Leo showers down the hall, and I smile as I hear him singing. Oh, it was Leo singing. Hang on, let me add some. Let me add some. Yo estoy puesto pa' ti, tú te me quitas, diablo que piquete la chamaquita, el corazón lo puso en la neverita, dice que este verano se queda solita, pero nunca sola, sola, amores vienen y van como las olas. El día me explota. Oh shit. Fucking. I don't remember how the song goes past that. Fuck! I'm sorry. I'd usually shower with him back in the day, but I was so tired I passed out as soon as we both finished. I'm smelling a red tinged nightmare scene. Let's see if I'm right. Once I opened my eyes again, Leo was already in the shower. I'm about to drift off again when I hear Leo's phone buzz. He'd been on it all day, probably trying to coordinate a meeting with the others. It's already Friday, which is hard to believe. We had to get together again before we lost the chance. I look over. The screen is already lit up, so I sit up and look. A message from Flynn. Yeah, well, fuck you too. Not exactly a surprising message to get from Flynn, but still, I wonder what they're fighting about. From the sound of it, Leo is still in the middle of his shower, still rocking out his diva pop song. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So, gonna be real here. As cute and as lovey as this is, and as much as I really want to go to bat for Leo, you know, just the title of the episode, In Defense of Leo, I'm smelling something and it stinks. Like, he's pushing really hard for Chase to make that decision to come back to Echo, when honestly, I feel like, yeah, like, it could have been a decision that they could have made. I feel like that not should not have been something that was pressured. So I'm gonna check his phone. Something stinks, and I don't like it. Besides, Chase has already shown that he's not shy about going through people's search histories. With some amount of guilt, I reach over and grab his phone and open up his texts. Immediately, I see a few pinned conversations. They're from me. Judging by the dates, they're from when I was still away at college. There's also a few saved attachments, and I quickly swipe away to other, more recent conversations. The latest is from earlier this morning, and it looks like it was to Flynn. Chase has a project, Toto. Bullshit. You're fucking with him again, huh? I'm helping him. You planned this from the start, didn't you? What? This whole thing, it was to get back in his pants. How about I planned this after you ruined the entire week, huh? Yeah, well, fuck you too. I frown. It's too bad Leo and Flynn are... What is this noise, by the way? What is this noise? I don't like this noise. Every time this noise has come up, it has not been great. I frowned. It's too bad Leo and Flynn are still fighting, but for some reason, their exchange has me feeling uneasy. I pull up his next recent thread, one with Carl. Carl asked Leo when we're hanging out again yesterday night. Leo pokes some fun at him about sleeping in the crawl space. Then Leo tells him that he isn't sure, that I'll probably be too busy with my project to hang out. Leo never asked me. I feel my heart start to pound. Today, Carl texted again, asking how things were going. Leo tells him that I wanted to go to the high school for nostalgia's sake, that I wanted to be alone for it. He sent that 2 hours before we even got there, before he acted as if it was on a whim. Then Jenna asks if Leo is avoiding her, if she said something wrong. Leo tells her everything's fine, but again, I'm too busy to hang out. And then his texts to TJ. Hey, yesterday was so much fun. I know you said you were probably going to be busy, but I wanted to check. Chase is still pretty sad about what happened Monday. I think he needs some more time. Oh, okay. Please tell him I'm sorry. He told me he was fine yesterday, but I guess he must have been faking it for my sake. Yeah, he's still pretty broken up. We'll figure it out, though. I'm gripping the phone hard. Could Leo have really done all of this? To TJ especially. I sit there quietly, listening to my wolf continue to sing. Oh, God. Oh, God. On one hand, wanting private time with an old flame is fine. On the other hand, lying and manipulating everyone involved? That's not okay. That's really not okay, Leo. I do not like anything that we just learned. And again, I have to ask, how much of this is what the malevolent force in the town? How much of this is Leo? This is obsession. This is manipulation. This is isolation. This had premeditation to it. This had planning put into it. I don't like anything that I just read at all. My stomach twists up as I realize that now I have to confront him on this. I've let things slide before, but this is on a different level. I hug my knees and stare at the wall, feeling strangely violated now. Yeah, what the fuck? Leo does all this, lies to literally everyone? He lied to Carl, got in a fight with Flynn, is damaging his relationship with Flynn, damaging his relationship with Jenna. He lied to TJ. And TJ's gonna fucking blame himself, because of course he is. Lied to Chase. And then when Leo got him alone, pressure. Stay with me. This is sick. This is sick. And they just... Oh, God. As I stare, I see a dark spot with spindly legs move across the wall. The spider pauses as if acknowledging me before disappearing into the dark corner. I sit on hard, uneven ground, shivering as I try to cover myself up with the blanket. My eyes adjust enough for me to realize that I'm outside somewhere, looking through the branches of dead trees to the many stars above me. Aside from the calls of a few birds, it's completely silent. I stare at the sky above me for a while, wishing that it wasn't so cold, so I could go back to sleep. Where am I? Slight confusion I feel mixed in with the apathy of just waking up is a familiar feeling. I can remember when my parents forced me into Boy Scouts 10 years ago. I hated it so much, especially the camping. I could never fall asleep, and when I finally did, it would be marred by me tossing and turning, waking up in confusion as to where I was. I'd sit up straight in the tent, looking around me for up to 10 minutes, wondering why I was in complete darkness and sitting in my sleeping bag. Except now there's no tent or sleeping bag. My mind works slowly, like it's drenched in molasses. And I knead the ground with my fingers, digging them into the dead vegetation and soil. And then finally, I break through the barrier into lucidity. And I realize that what's happening to me is real. I'm outside. I look left and right and see that I'm surrounded by trees or bushes. The smell of sagebrush and dirt fills my nostrils as I unsteadily get to my feet. My limbs and flesh are numb from the cold, and I rub my hands up and down my arms, trying to find some warmth. Did I sleepwalk? I must have, unless Leo took me out here for some reason, or someone else did. I shiver. There's not much else I can do except walk forward. Ahead of me, it looks like the branches clear out into more darkness. I hope that I'm just behind Leo's house, where I know there are some bushes and trees. Either way, I can't be that far from the house. So I start walking, reaching out blindly to move past sharp branches and prickly bushes. The pain wasn't that bad, not nearly as bad as you'd think it'd be. I look back behind me, staring hard into the blackness. I can't see anything beyond the branches right in front of me, which give the impression of gnarled teeth in front of a dark, endless mouth. Quickly I turn back around and push through the dead vegetation in front of me, trying not to panic. But I knew I was dead the moment I looked down. A branch scrapes across my cheek, and another stabs me hard in the hip as I run right into it. Two stumps, gushing blood, splatting the wheels of the train and the rails. I finally break out into the open. Now I can see more stars above me, but the complete lack of a moon makes almost everything around me impossible to see. I can at least tell that it's a large clearing, but no matter how hard I squint, I can't see ahead of me. Tentatively, I start walking forward, looking left and right for any sign of lights that might help guide me back to the town. I could feel a worrying seed of panic starting up in my chest, and I worry it's going to explode out of me at any second. The last thing I need is me running through the night screaming my head off. Pretty soon, I become aware of what looks like a large block in front of me. Again, I reach out my hands, walking slower as I approach whatever it is that's in front of me. They press up against something rough, hard, and cold. Whatever it is made up of some type of metal. It feels broken and rusted, so I assume it's old. Was it a warehouse of some kind? I sidestep to the right until my hands run up against some bars that stick out from the structure, and that's when it hits me. It's a freight car from the old train. Sure enough, the next thing my hands meet is empty space, as I come across what I remember to be the open door I had sat in earlier. I was out in the train yard. I almost laughed. Did my anxiety about finishing the project cause me to sleepwalk all the way back out here? At least now I know exactly where I am. I rest my hands on the edge of the car, breathing in the musty air inside. There's a hint of something sweet and sick on top of it, and it crosses my mind that anything could have crawled inside and died. I quickly move away from the car. Oh god. But what is that doing all the way down there? Get that out. Fix that. Turning my body in the direction I know Leo's house is in, I start walking again, pouring through my recent memories to see if I could somehow remember how the hell I got here. I remember Leo coming back into the bedroom, putting his arms around me, then nothing. I definitely fell asleep. Sleepwalking is the only answer. The sound of rustling behind me makes me jump, but I keep moving forward, not wanting some tiny creature in the grass getting me spooked. Squinting ahead of me, I see no lights yet, which is strange because I know Echo should have at least a few lights on. The street lights, at least. A loud metallic clang fills the air, and this time I do whirl around. Hello? My voice is still scratchy from waking up, and I cough to clear it. Hello? The loudness of my voice actually startles me, but the response is silence. Did a bird hit it? Maybe I knocked something loose when I was feeling around. I'm definitely not going back to check it out, though. So, with a quickened pace, I start moving again. That's when I hear more shifting around in the car, like something is rolling around inside. I stop walking again and hold still, perking my ears as I try to hold my breath, heart pounding. This time I don't call out. Instead, just listen. I swallow, and it's so loud that I almost jump at that sound. But again, the sound stops completely. I wait a while longer before I start moving again, this time at a slight jog. A crazy thought enters my mind where I think maybe Leo and I got really drunk and maybe we both came out here and blacked out. And that Leo's in the train car right now, hungover and rolling around. It's in the middle of that thought, though, that the sound starts up again. It's louder this time, and ends with it cutting off for a split second before something heavy thuds to the dead vegetation below. I stop again, but this time it's so that whatever it is doesn't hear me, knowing that if I keep walking, the heavy crunches of my footsteps will allow for it to pinpoint me immediately. My throat is completely dry, and a new thought enters my mind. It could be Clint. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out here to sleep in the train cars. That would totally be something he'd do. While it does ease my worries a little bit, I'm not fully relaxed because I know the dumb fuck has a gun. I also know he wouldn't hesitate to shoot at something if it startled him. So I crouch down a bit, waiting, listening, and now I'm pretty sure I can hear breathing, ragged, wheezy breathing. That definitely sounds like Clint. I gather up some spit in my mouth so my tongue doesn't stick to the roof of it, and take a small breath. Hey, Clint? I say it gently, quietly, but I'm sure he can hear me. I get some more silence in return, but I also get the distinct feeling that he's listening back. I try again. It's me. There's an explosion of energy and sound in front of me, but it's not a gunshot. Instead, it's a sense of forward momentum that I can physically feel that whatever is in front of me is lunging forward at me. Two loud thuds, one following the other in less than a half a second, followed by an explosive dragging sound. The cycle repeats the second it ends. Whatever it is sounds desperate, almost manic, but I don't stick around to find out because before I know it, my legs are carrying me through the clearing as fastly as they can. All thoughts of what it could be are gone from my mind as I dodge into the trees and bushes to my right, knowing that if I can break through to the other side, I'll be right in front of Leo's house. What's behind me, though, is moving impossibly fast. Already it sounds like the distance between me and it has been cut in half, and I'm struggling between branches and sagebrush. I hear it break into the brush with me. I gasp as full-on panic sets in. Leo! Leo! I scream as loud as I can, knowing that the sound that he should be able to hear me, also knowing that he sleeps like a rock. The thing behind me seems to double its efforts at the sound of my voice, and the cycle of its movements increased. It now has the momentum of a gallop. My breaths are coming in panic gasps now. I know I'm not going to make it because it's only 3 feet behind me. And as if a window opens up in the back of my mind, I see it. 2 clawed hands outstretched towards me, a face that flashes past too fast for me to make out, but I manage to see a lipless mouth. And then it slams into my back and crushes me to the ground against sharp branches and rocks. I gasp as the air is crushed out from me. But before I can suck it back in, those hands wrap around my neck, I struggle and pull, but it's like I'm an ant under a foot. I'm so thoroughly pinned that I can't even budge an inch. There's hissing behind my head, and I feel dripping against the back of my neck. Tears squeeze out of my eyes as I try to reach forward, but it's like I'm paralyzed. Paralyzed. I'm yanked back, suddenly my face coming out of something soft and white. A pillow. Jace! Jace, you okay? Leo's husky voice whispers into my ear as I take in a huge gasp of air. Whoa! Can't breathe? I cough and gasp, my face wet with tears as I sit in the bed looking around. Oh, baby, it's okay. Leo draws me into a warm hug and I take it limply, my mind only now catching up. I cough a few more times. Sorry. Paralysis. Couldn't move. Leo rocks me a few times, making shushing sounds. Shushing sounds. Sean Connery shushing sounds. I remember you telling me about that. Good thing I was here to pull you out of your pillow. I nod against his chest, realizing how dangerous it could have been if he hadn't been there. I usually came out of the paralysis in under a minute, but sometimes... I shudder and pull back out of the hug, wiping my face. What did you dream about? Did Leo just start to smother Chase? I'm gonna set that on the shelf for now. I try to think back, but the dream is fleeing my mind as fast as whatever it was that was chasing me. What was chasing me? I can't remember. Leo rubs my shoulder and looks at my face. It's dark, but I can see the white of his eye patches, giving him an almost ghostly appearance. You want to stay up? I can make you tea or something. The adrenaline is already leaving me to be replaced by fatigue. The offer sounds nice. Sure. Alright, wanna come with me? I pause, then shake my head, wanting to collect myself alone for a moment. No. Just give me a second. Alright. Leo leans forward and kisses me on the forehead before leaving me alone in the dark room. I lay back down on my side, trying again to remember what I had dreamed about. I was in the woods and something was after me. That's about all I can recall. The warmth Leo left in the bed quickly has me drowsy again, and I'm about to drift off when something pokes me in the foot. I try to ignore it, but the thought of an insect of some kind has me reaching down to feel at it. It's hard and crackly, whatever it was. And when I pull it up, I find a dead leaf. Frowning, I pull back the sheets, and there, clinging to the fabric and fur on my feet, is dirt and leaves. What? Also, hang on. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. We snooped through Leo's phone. Chase freaked out and decided to confront Leo about it. And immediately falls asleep and has a paralysis? No, sir. No, sir. What the fuck is going on?
like, okay, I gotta comment on this now, because Carl's route was a slow burn that led into another slow burn. You know, it was normal activity that eventually led into like a psychological puzzle movie, social drama. I don't know. Carl's route feels so weird compared to this, and that's something that everybody told me, was that Carl's route is a vast departure from literally every other route in Echo. And I'm really starting to pick up on that, because what the hell is happening here? I'm being thrown this way and that, and I do not know what the hell is going on. I don't like it, though. I don't like the very obvious abusive relationship. I don't like these controlling tendencies that Leo is presenting. I don't like the... I don't like this. I really don't like this. This is making me uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable. But it's about time. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good night, guys.